First Declaration of Rights of Man for Europe. French mob storms Bastille. Lafayette organizes National Guard. Mob attacks Versailles. Lafayette saves royal family. 1790. Radicals seize French Assembly. Abolish aristocracy. Nationalize lands and Roman Catholic Church. Jacobins mutiny in army. Lafayette organizes huge Fête de la Fédération to unite nation. 1791. Royal family flees Paris, captured and confined to palace. Assembly approves Constitution. Lafayette resigns, returns to Chavagnac. Lafayette ordered to war against Austrians. 1792. King vetoes Jacobin decrees. Mob invades Assembly and palace. Lafayette demands arrest of Jacobins. Jacobins overthrow monarchy, imprison royal family, and orders Lafayette's arrest for treason. He flees France. Prussian king orders him imprisoned in Wesel, then Magdeburg. 1793. Jacobins execute King Louis XVI in January, Queen Marie Antoinette in October. Adrien Lafayette arrested. Robespierre begins the terror, sends thousands to guillotine without trial. 1794. Lafayette transferred to Austrian prison at Olmütz. His wife, Adrienne Lafayette, transferred to Paris prison. Adrienne's sister, mother, and grandmother guillotined. Robespierre overthrown, dies on guillotine. The terror ends. 1795. New Constitution creates Republican government under five-man directory, bicameral legislature. American Ambassador James Monroe wins Adrienne's release. She sends son George Washington to America to his godfather, President George Washington. Adrienne and daughters join Lafayette in Olmütz prison. 1797. American officials and Napoleon win release of prisoners of Olmütz. Family moves to exile in Denmark. Anastasie marries. 1798. George Washington Lafayette returns from America. Family moves to Holland. Adrienne goes to Paris to recover family properties. 1799. Napoleon seizes power. Lafayette returns to France, retires as gentleman farmer at Chateau de la Grange. Washington dies. 1802. George Washington Lafayette marries. 1803. Lafayette fractures hip. Virginie marries. 1807. Adrienne dies, is buried in Picpus Cemetery in Paris, near graves of murdered mother, grandmother, and sister. 1814. Napoleon abdicates. First Restoration. Napoleon's 100 Days of Republican Rule. Lafayette resumes political career, is elected to National Assembly. Napoleon's Waterloo. Coalition armies occupy France. Louis XVIII begins Second Restoration. Lafayette leads liberal opposition to King and Assembly. 1821. Lafayette backs conspiracy of Charbonnier to overthrow King. 1823. Lafayette defeated for re-election to Assembly. 1824 to 1825. Congress invites Lafayette as the nation's guest for a triumphal 13-month tour of United States. Lays cornerstone of Bunker Hill Monument. 1827. Lafayette re-elected to French Assembly. Provides aid to rebels in Poland, Italy, Greece, elsewhere. 1830. King dissolves Assembly. Suspends free press. Riots break out. Lafayette takes command of National Guard. Leads 3 glorious days of July Revolution. King abdicates. Lafayette rejects presidency. Seats Louis Philippe on throne as constitutional monarch. King rescinds rights agreement. Lafayette resigns. 1831. Lafayette re-elected to Chamber of Deputies. Leads liberal opposition to King. 1832. Lafayette leads funeral cortege for General Lamarck. Parisians riot. King crushes insurrection. Seizes authoritarian powers. 1833. Lafayette makes last speech to Chamber of Deputies. Assails Louis Philippe's government. Dies in Paris on May 20. Is buried beside Adrienne at Picpus, beneath soil from Bunker Hill. 1917. July 4.